It's 1920 and we enter Worksop from the south. A gentleman sat enjoying the view, admiring the gates of Welbeck Abbey at the top of Sparken Hill. A little further down is Rock Cottage, and apart from the chimney being removed, little has changed in 100 years. Carrying on, we see the houses on the right are starting to spread south from Park Street, while the left remains largely undeveloped, at least for the next 20 years. Pass through Park Street and turn left into Westgate and go back 20 years to 1900. All the children are brought out to pose for Mr. Taylor. Just down Westgate at its junction with Norfolk Street, and more children are attracting the attention of the landlord of the Norfolk Arms. At the bottom of Norfolk Street, turn right and we're on Newcastle Avenue. And in 1915, the lady at the billiard hall seems to be interested in what the young lads are up to outside the post office. Now we're in town, we go to the top of Bridge Street, and the Ship, the White Hart, and next door Mr. Straw's. And 3 doors from Mr. Straw's, if you look close, you'll see the large kettle outside Forrest's hardware shop. But just in case you can't spot it, here is a close-up. Down Bridge Street and the building on the corner of Castle Street, which we're used to seeing with its mock Tudor woodwork, looks naked without it. We're on Bridge Place now, looking south, and on the right that was as far as the shops went. The trees you see extended right up to Central Avenue until 1925, when the land, which belonged to Netherholme House, was used to extend Bridge Place, and later, in 1969, to build the Netherholme Centre. On to Watson Road, and in 1910, is that a street hawker or a cleaner with his cart? His attire would suggest a hawker. On the right, the King Edward VII Hotel at the end of Brighton Street. From Watson Road, a few steps and we're on the Canch in 1908, and the young girl takes her charges for a walk along where, in another 25 years or so, a nursery will be built for just such young ones. From the end of the Canch, past the Priory Church and through the Gatehouse Arch, and right back to 1875. At this time, the steps weren't in front of the gatehouse, as the main road was still under the arch. Still in 1875, another view of the steps, this time looking straight down Cheapside, with Greater Exeter's grocery store on the left, who, a few years later, moved into Newcastle Avenue, next door to the Queen's Head. Down Cheapside on the right is Lowtown Street. This shot, looking from the top, shows what a busy area it was in 1900. Back onto Cheapside and onto Retford Road, and on the way out of Worksop, one of the last things you would see in 1915 were the Wigan Coal and Iron Company's colliery, along with Manton Farm. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, then now's a great time to do it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss a thing.